Hey there, listeners. Welcome to our school's first ever podcast. I'm Rachana, your host, and joining with me are...
Hey, it's Kyung.
Hey, what's up? It's Younghor.
Wow, so it's our school's first ever podcast. Has anyone here had any prior experience to podcasting?
No, I've never had any experience podcasting. This is my first ever podcast, y'all, so I'm hoping not to get canceled.
Yeah, this is my first time podcasting as well. I used to listen to a lot of podcasts. What do you guys listen to podcasts?
Yeah, of course. I listen to Joe Rogan, so that's why I'm not, yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Jumpers Jump. I listen to them every night.
That's nice.
All right, so it seems like we are a bit familiar with some podcasts. Anyways, so for today's podcast, we'll be discussing all sorts of topics. Earlier this month, we sent out a Google form asking students what type of things you guys prefer for us to talk about during this podcast.
So here's today, we're going for a talk on true crime story. Yes, true crime. A Christmas horror story since it's December, and a little bit about our upcoming school events as well.
Yeah, it's so fitting that we're starting off this holiday season with a true crime story revolving around Christmas. But let's get started on this true crime story. So it will revolve around a local mall Santa who murdered 8 men. That's right, 8 gay men.
8 men. I've never heard of that. Go on.
Well, it's actually a pretty well-known story, like 8 gay men. And from what I've gathered, it all took place in Toronto, Canada. And we can trace it all the way back to 2001, where everything started, all the way until 2017. 16 years, yeah, that took a while. And Rachana, can you give us some background info?
Yeah, so our first offender is Bruce MacArthur, and till this day he's in prison, so don't worry. He's currently 70 years old and he's still alive. But drawing all the way back to 1979, where Bruce and his family, which included his wife, his daughter, his son, they moved into a new house in Oshawa, and this was done in an attempt to distract himself from his homosexual feelings, and so that led him to becoming very active in their community church.
I wonder if his family like secretly knew that he was gay, like all along, you know?
Yeah, talking about that, how do you tell if a person is gay?
I mean, he probably did a good job at hiding.
I feel like they would have known, right? Like something's up.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But it is quite difficult to hide your true self, so it must have been really difficult for Bruce to do that. But onto our story, eventually in 1990, he started having sexual affairs with men behind his wife's back. And a year later, boom, he finally came out of the closet to his wife. But even so, they remained living together.
Props to him for coming out of the closet though. The poor wife, on the other hand, it wouldn't be nice to think he'll marry the love of your life and have 2 kids already, just to find out they don't actually feel the way anymore or never felt like that in the first place. But around 3 years later, 1997, they finally divorced, and so Bruce decided to move to Toronto due to the lack of gay community in Oshawa. He also begins to work as a landscaper. And here's when it all started. In 2001, Bruce started having these online conversations with male sex workers. Then a few weeks later, after his 50th birthday, the man invited one of the sex workers that he's been chatting with to his apartment, where he struck the man several times from behind with an iron pipe. Yikes. That he often carried. Gladly, the victim survived, but he was badly injured.
Wow, that's horrible. If something like that happened to a family member of mine or a friend, that would be just devastating. But that was just the start of his crimes, because in 2010, another victim by the name of Abdul Bazir Faisi was reported missing in Peel region, and his car was then found abandoned in Toronto. And a whole 2 years later, in 2012, another victim by the name of Majid Kayhan was reported missing. And so a period of time from November 2012 to April 2014, Project Houston was then created in an effort to investigate the disappearance of these 3 victims. Thousands of hours were spent into interviewing dozens of witnesses, as well as judicial authorizations, community canvases, and there were also searches online. But then it closed after 18 months because the investigation had failed to return any criminal evidence, and so nothing was found.
That sounds suspicious. 18 months and they found nothing? Like nothing at all?
Yeah. And so the chase continues. In 2015, Saroush Mahmoudi, another victim of his, was reported missing by his family members. And in 2016, Karushana, another victim of his, was believed to be killed in around January 6th of 2016, but he was never reported missing.
Why do you think he was never reported?
I don't know. Maybe because he had no family members.
This is weird. Okay, so far, that's like 5 victims already. Then later on, in April, the same year that Hiroshima was believed to be killed, another victim was reported missing and was last seen checking into the Scott Mission shelter. It's a homeless shelter there in Toronto.
Man went to a homeless shelter to need help, but sadly he got killed by Bruce and became one of his victims.
Wait, was Bruce camping in the homeless shelter?
I think he tricked one of the homeless.
And or something like that.
But why do a homeless shelter out of all the places?
You
I think-
really don't know what a serial
it's
killer
'cause-
wants to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and the victims are vulnerable, so
Of course.
easy. So thinking that this all should have ended here, it actually doesn't, because in 2017 we had another victim who was reported missing, and he was Salim Eason. He was last found on April 16 according to a news release from the Toronto police. This was our last victim because in June Andrew Kinsman was also reported missing.
Boom, 8 victims, just like that. So in July, Project Prism was created to investigate the disappearance of Isan and Kinsman. Officers worked closely with investigators from Project Houston, the previous failed project. Then in September, they discovered that Bruce is someone who might have had info on the disappearance of Kinsman.
Ah, jeez. Finally, the good part. In Jan 2018, he was finally arrested and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder in deaths of Essen and Kinsman.
Wow, finally.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Police announced they were searching other properties that could be linked to MacArthur and believed there are other victims. Their suspicions were right. On the 29th, he was charged with 3 more counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of Kayhan, Mahmoudi, and Lisowick.
Wow. Yeah.
Jeez. How many victims now?
8 in total.
That's
yeah.
a lot, yeah.
And that we doesn't count like the missing people that have never been found.
Yeah.
Because like this guy on top. Okay.
It would have been much more.
Yeah, it won't be much more.
Yeah, but the investigation doesn't just end here because it continued on. So on February 8th, they found Kinsman as well as 6 remains belonging to victims in planters that were found to be located nearby a home on Mallory Crescent, which is where Bruce had worked as a landscaper. He basically had all their bodies cut and then buried into this plant pots and soils.
Cut like in half or like chops in like meat.
I don't know this.
I mean, that'll be a great way to bury a body, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
to get them to fit into plant
Yeah,
pots.
yeah. This is not a how-to tutorial, by the way.
Yeah.
I just
Or you could just break them into parts,
yeah, maybe.
like small bones.
Are you?
Oh, no, so, I'm sorry. That's brutal. Wait, how does... Just continue. That's brutal.
Oh, one of his cases is believed that the way that he killed his victims was that he would lure them in for casual sex in his van and then ask them to lie on top of a fur coat, grab them by the waist, and start strangling them.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awful.
That's
honestly.
very
Yeah.
tough.
That sounds familiar. Have you guys seen Jeff?
How does that sound familiar, Kim?
What?
You
The
sound
show.
sketchy, man.
No, the TV show. Have you guys seen Jeffrey Dahmer?
Oh,
It's like the same concept.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
but they're
similar,
both
yeah.
like serial killers.
but this is
so-
more awful, I
yeah.
guess.
And then it was apparently known that he would shave some of his victims' head and beards after strangling them, and then he would keep them in bags at a shed nearby a city cemetery as well. It's so gruesome with just the thought that he would do all these things and then people wouldn't even know about what he did.
I completely agree. Like, how does this pleasure him? I'm so glad though, because for the next couple of months, the Toronto police were able to handle many of the rest of the missing cases and have charged Bruce with all those first-degree murders. All those human remains they have found are all among the Mallory Crescent planters.
Then on October 3rd, the police revealed an unsealed document that showed Kinsman was likely killed and had many similarities of being killed among other missing men. Then later on the 22nd, Bruce waived his rights to preliminary hearing, sending the case straight to trial, which was a rare legal move.
And finally, this investigation ended because on November 30th, Superior Court Judge John McMahon sets January 2020 as the date for the trial to begin against Bruce, who has been found out to be the alleged serial killer. And so a year before that, in 2019, January 29th, Bruce had pleaded guilty to 8 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of all those 8 missing men who were connected to Toronto's gay village. But he had avoided his scheduled trial for over a year, and he now faces a automatic life sentence with no chance of parole for 25 years.
Let's go. And in the end, on February 4th, sentence begins in MacArthur case. The Crown reads aloud an agreed statement of facts that details the gruesome, planned, and deliberate killing of all 8 men. And finally, 4 days later, Superior Court Judge John McMillan sentenced him to 8 counts of first-degree murder to be served concurrently.
Damn, what a story. I wonder how the innocent families felt after this.
I honestly feel so bad for not only the innocent families, but the victims as well. They were going through so much while they were being killed. They probably didn't even know that they were involved with a murderer, and so they were just looking for these, relationships and stuff like that. But dang, things really took a turn.
It's really cruel.
Okay, kind of out of topic, but don't you guys think it's kind of ironic?
Ironic? What do you mean by that?
Why?
Like, Canada is known to be this really friendly country, yet this sort of crime happens.
Right. Canada is known as the friendliest and kindest country.
Yeah, this case makes you really careful of who you should be with and who you should get yourself involved with, who you should meet up with, interact with. Because at the end of the day, you don't really know who's a psychopath and who's not. And you don't know what they're able to do to you if you're not careful. Yeah.
This case is not only affected the innocents and their family, it also affects the whole police department, the government, and the judge. And it took so long. How long did it took to just take him down?
Years, probably.
Yeah, years, right?
Exactly.
I would be scared living in Toronto or Oshawa.
It would have been dangerous.
Yeah.
All right, let's just freshen up our minds with some upcoming school news.
Yes, sir.
So by the time we're recording this, Family Day hasn't happened yet, but we hope that everyone enjoyed their Family Day. I hope they had fun. And it has been 3 long years that Family Day has been discontinued because of COVID. But, we're excited to have Family Day back.
Yeah, I hope there were plenty of food stalls for you, plenty of food, plenty of activities for you to have fun there.
Yeah, from what I've heard, there were a ton of activity stalls around campus during Family Day.
Yeah.
We had plans for tarot card reading. We had chalk mold painting, plastic egg painting, henna art, bead stalls, all that sort.
This activity looks interesting. What are you guys most excited for?
The bead stall, I feel like, is what I'm most excited for. I feel like it would be really fun to make beaded bracelets and stuff like that.
You have fun making bracelets?
I mean, yeah, we have a stall for it, so I think it will gather a lot of people, and maybe a lot of people will be interested in it.
Dang, for me, I'm excited for henna art and also the tarot card
Oh,
reading.
yeah, that one's fun.
Yeah, henna art. I want to tattoo myself. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's not tattoo, right? It's just
No,
Just-
you use henna, yeah.
Yeah.
oh, henna.
Yeah.
It's in the name. My bad.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, Family Day isn't the only thing that was planned this year. We have a lot more events coming up.
Oh yes, there's gonna be a Christmas concert happening this week on the 22nd of December, this Thursday. There will be many great performances from many of our talented students. Have you guys been to the Christmas concert last year?
Yes, it was amazing. I want to hear Danny sing again this year.
Yeah, Danny's pretty good. Where did you sit? Where did you sit in a concert?
I think it was in the middle row. I had the best
The middle
audio.
row?
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like the front row is the best.
I had the best audio from the speakers.
We got the best MC. MC was playing around with everyone.
I wonder who the MC this year is gonna be.
Oh yeah, about the MC. They said they're gonna have a secret MC or something like that.
Yeah.
I wonder who it is. Do you have any idea?
I have no idea.
Dude, I got some some hints from Vatai, specifically Vatai, and she told me that it's someone, a student that used to study in CIA.
Used to. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a he.
Okay.
He graduated already.
Okay.
And
Okay. I like that.
Surprisingly, I've never been to one of our Christmas concerts before, but by the sound of it, it sounds really interesting and fun.
you already booked the ticket this year?
No, I haven't.
You should book it right now because
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
Have no spots.
it sounds really fun.
Yeah, and I'm currently buying the ticket for our school concert right now. So y'all should buy it right now if you
I
can.
pray for you.
Yes. I hope there's a spot left for you.
'cause- Yeah, I pray for spots for you. because there's a lot.
A lot of people joining.
Okay, so all right. So besides the Christmas concert, the event planning team is also actually planning to have their annual Valentine's Day event somewhere in February. And I heard that for this event, we have like letters, we have cookies, we have decorations all over school. Has anyone actually like sent out a letter to someone for Valentine's Day?
I want to keep that info private.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, but that's not all. There's also going to be more upcoming events as well. One of them is Khmer New Year as well as International Day.
Oh, Khmer New Year.
Let's go, Khmer New Year.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Have you guys remember what happened last year in Khmer New Year?
Of course.
During Khmer New Year?
Yeah.
Of course, water fight, man.
Everyone was throwing balloons. And
Dude,
stuff.
I'm gonna target you, King.
No, at one point I saw this guy. He took like a big trash bin and just filled it with water and just chased Principal.
I know.
Really?
Oh my god. It was nice.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, and in addition to all these events, we also have a older school event called International Day that's happening.
International Day. What's that?
Oh, I totally forgot about that. It's been so long. I had that event during grade 6 and it was the best. You know, it's when the school assigned each homeroom to a country so we could like display their culture, like dance, songs, music, like beliefs and stuff. And I remember when I was back in grade 6, right? My homeroom got Jamaica and it was so funny. It was also chaotic. Oh, I remember I got obsessed with the song Be Happy by Bob Marley because since he's like a Jamaican artist, that song is pretty good. Don't listen to the remix one though.
The remix one?
There's another remix.
Is it bad?
It is really bad, but it's funny.
Okay. And of course, there's gonna be an exciting event that's coming up. I'm really hyped for it. Open mic. It hasn't happened since 2019, and I can't wait for them to bring it back. So
wait, let me cut you right there. What is open mic? I've never been to that event.
Open mic, it's when basically the school sets up an event for singers, for students to join, sign up, and then you can sing, you can chill till about nighttime, like chill, enjoy music,
Wait,
have
so
fun
anyone
around.
can perform?
Yes,
Can
of
they
course.
perform anything?
Anything.
Stunts?
No, I'm talking about singing, of course. Not,
okay.
It's a mic, yeah. And if there's any future singers out there, sign up. I want to hear.
What if the singer is bad?
Then we don't listen.
Oh, we should encourage them.
Okay. Sorry.
Can we leave like early if it's bad? And then come back when it's...
Maybe we shouldn't do that.
Bro,
Maybe we shouldn't.
It's an open mic, right? It's open to everyone.
I mean, yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
leave.
Secondhand
but,
embarrassment.
okay. I probably shouldn't join. Yeah.
Wait, Yonghua, talk about the school sleepover.
What school sleepover?
What, you never had a childhood? You know what a sleepover is?
Okay, I'm not gonna
No,
say
it's,
anything.
it's when
Wow, I'm
almost
taking
like the
shots
seniors...
already. I'm taking shots.
Nah, wait. So basically, a school sleepover is when we gather all the seniors this year to just sleep.
Yeah, 100%. Just sleep.
Wait, do you guys know if the boys and the girls are separated during the sleepover?
Yeah, they will be.
Hopefully.
Will there be like, you know, lookouts and stuff?
Okay, what are you two up to?
No. Not two, bro. Just King. I'll be
Hey,
watching
yo,
King.
Stop. I feel weird.
It's fine, bro.
Besides those events, there's even gonna be a field day that will allow students to perform outdoor activities.
What do you mean by outdoor activities?
I'm not sure too. Rajana, care to explain?
Okay, so this is the first time CIA has actually had a field day, so this is quite a new event. But be on the lookout because there will be an email informing students about this.
Okay, I like
Okay,
that.
it's kind of sound like prom. What is even special about it?
Wait, has anyone actually been to prom last year?
Of course.
Was it
Oh.
fun?
Of course.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, the event planner last year was...
But the song, the music selection, what the...
Wait,
We didn't
what
get
were
to
the
dance,
songs? What
which
were
is for the
songs?
couples. Like, how about the single people?
That's a you problem, man.
Oh my god, bro. Okay. I didn't even see you in the prom.
I was there. What are you talking about?
No, you were not.
I was just too cute for you, you know. Skill difference.
I'm still vomiting.
Yeah, so like for last year, a bunch of seniors attended prom and that was their like farewell event. It's going to be the same for this year. It's also going to be a farewell event for our seniors.
Yes. Hopefully I won't see King there.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it's only for grade 11 and 12. So the 9th graders and 10th graders have to wait.
Yeah. So sadly for you guys, yeah, maybe next year, maybe a few more years, you'll be able to get to experience that.
You're too young for it. Wait.
Yeah, and so that's all the events that we have planned for now. There are going to be a lot more events after Christmas that wasn't mentioned, so be sure to look out for it because there will be a lot. And speaking of Christmas, has anyone ever heard of Santa's evil twin?
Oh, mysterious.
Grinch. Wait, no, it's not Grinch, right?
That's right, we'll be discussing about a horror slash supernatural story that centers around Krampus.
Dang.
So without further ado, Young Ho and Kian and the whole podcast club and I would like to bring out a very special topic.
That's right, Rachana. We're gonna be talking about a nice story today.
It's Krampus. Krampus is a half goat, half demon monster, for those who don't know, who is also happen to be a Santa evil twin brother. In legend, it is said that Krampus is the son of Hel, who is the goddess of death. Due to the widespread of Christianity, Krampus became associated with Christmas despite the efforts made by the Catholic Church to ban him.
Right, so on the evening of December 5th, Krampus along with Santa arrived and they started rewarding the children, with Santa rewarding well-behaved children with presents and Krampus beating the naughty children with branches and sticks. In some cases, it was said that Krampus would eat the children or take them to hell.
Oh my lordy.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, on December 6th, the children would either wake up to presents or to the hospital where they would nurse themselves. Isn't that a little too horrific already?
They nurse themselves? What if they choke each other?
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, so Krampus works with Santa? Or?
He works alongside Santa, but instead of like bringing joy and happiness to the holiday season,
He
instead
brings depression.
yeah, he brings pain.
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah, it's actually terrifying. But what's more horrific, on the day of December 6, 2013, Eli Rothford, well, he got a card that contained a picture of Krampus, and which scared him down to his soul.
I wonder what the picture looks like,
I don't know.
to the point that he's...
I mean, it's a
scared.
picture of Krampus.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen Krampus like on pictures?
No, but I see you every day.
Oh my god. Wait, let me search Krampus up right now.
He's like this big, tall goat.
Big tall goat. Someone pull up a picture. Wow, look exactly like Young Ho. What you
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Let's
Hey yo,
continue
y'all
with
see
your
me?
story, man.
Hey yo, y'all see me? I'm not trying
Y'all
to throw hate.
twins.
Wait,
Y'all are twins.
Nah, that's cap. That's
See? Look, same hoodie and everything.
that's a lie.
Oh
That's a
my
lie.
god. Same hairstyle too. Okay, proceed with your story.
He then proceeded to ask his father, well, what exactly is Krampus, am I right? Because as a kid who, like, you only know Santa, you don't really know what Krampus is. But then he was starting to doubt whether it's real or fake. And he started to ask his son if he's a good or bad child. Because we all know Krampus, he likes bad children. In other words,
That sounds wrong.
he likes
bad children. What is he?
he might be a pedophile.
Oh my god.
He liked them naughty children, am I right? Yo, don't cancel me. His parents left and let his nanny look after him and his siblings. But he woke up one night at 11 and saw a crimson moon.
Start howling.
He doesn't know. That's funny.
I know.
Okay. Then he woke up in the middle of the night and saw a crimson moon.
He looked out the window and saw Santa's sleigh coming to his house. He went downstairs and hid under the staircase, then witnessed Santa leaving gifts under the Christmas tree
Oh.
and leaving coals in his stocking and his siblings. This meant that he was a bad kid. He saw Santa leaving on his sleigh. Afterwards, he spotted the same thing as when he saw Santa, but this time, the sleigh was black. The night was pitch black except for the moon's red glow.
He then thought that Santa must come and fix his mistake, but he was wrong. So instead of Santa, he saw an 8 feet tall figure with large horns, pale skin, black beard, long nose, and a grizzled face.
That's scary.
And
I
that's when
wish
he
I was
real-
that tall.
Yeah, you wish.
Yeah, and then you won't get benched.
Yeah, I won't get
Yeah.
mentioned the whole match like last time.
Yeah, then he realizes that it actually isn't Santa, but instead Krampus. So next thing he knows, Krampus made his way around the room with lightning speed to the fireplace and took coal from Eli's sibling Levi. He then proceeded to make a creepy smile showing off his yellow teeth and say, "Naughty little children," with a cold tone.
See, I told you he likes naughty children.
Not in that context.
No, I'm not saying like that. I'm not, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, upon seeing Krampus' creepy smile, he was frozen in fear as he remembered what his dad said about the Krampus. He screamed for his siblings. he screamed for his life and ran to them in order to save them from the hands of Krampus. But instead, Krampus emerged from the room and licked his lips and approached Eli. Krampus is painted excitedly to Eli, and it's said to feel as the coldest winter chill. You know, if I was Eli, I would have booked it outside the house, man. Like, why would you stick around? Like, Krampus could just have my siblings. I'm out.
You're not gonna save your sibling?
No.
Wow.
Well, if I can, I'll do it.
If you can.
Wait, no, but if I was Eli, because Krampus only takes bad children, right? So I would go outside, I would give $1 to the homeless shelter, and then I'll come back, and then he'll be gone. He'll be gone.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a good kid, right? Yeah.
I would have passed out if I was Eli.
Yeah, I would as well. Everyone would, King. Except for Eli, at least. Well, Krampus proceeded to trash the entire room and left bloods on the wall with a bloody handprint stain on it. Eli then went back to the kitchen. He saw a chandelier swinging like someone's hitting it. As he looked up, he saw Krampus crawling on the ceiling, twisted like a spider. A cruel smile appeared on his face as Eli screamed in horror. It was as if Eli was the prey. Eli threw burning hot cocoa to Krampus in fear, but it appears Krampus has recovered and let out a piercing laugh, piercing his ears.
Then Krampus started heading towards Eli with the intention of harming him and his siblings. But then Eli pulled out his dad pistol and shot Krampus when the door burst open. Even though Krampus got shot twice, he was unfazed. Krampus used his tongue to trap and pull Eli towards him. He shook and flung Eli to the hallway, then whipped him like a beast tamer.
Hey, yo!
Whip. Naughty children. Okay.
Yeah, that's his thing.
Okay, well, so now we know it's definitely in America, because what kid would have access to a gun, am I right?
Yeah. When? But
No,
what type of pistol is he using? And
Why is that important?
No, it's important, because, you know, this is...
Yeah, two shot where? The legs?
bro shot the kneecaps, and he still walks.
What if he missed both of the shots? That's why Krampus is not.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
He got shot 12. I mean, yeah. He then threw Eli into his basket with all the other children. That basket was filled with thousands of bodies, alive and dead. The children were screaming and shouting for help, but there was no one to help them. The reason why Krampus took the kids was because he wanted to eat them. Eli then tried to escape, but then was faced with Krampus. Krampus looked at Eli and said, cruelly, "Naughty, naughty." He licked Eli's face and used his tongue to choke Eli, but he fought back.
When Krampus failed attempt to kill Eli, he dropped Eli and stared at the rising sun. As he dropped Eli, he said, Eli was then saved by Santa. He woke up to his sibling Levi and Garrett being kidnapped by Krampus, and no matter how much he explained to the cops and his parents, no one would believe him. Can you guys believe that this is a real event?
I don't know. It sounds so fake, am I right?
Krampus, 8 foot. I mean,
Half goat, half man.
what if it's some alien from Area 51 and we don't
Hey, who knows, am I right? It could be. It could very well be. Yeah, the thing that's throwing me off about this story is the fact that, like, he kidnapped the other children's, but I thought he likes naughty children, right? Yeah, naughty kids. But why did he kidnap the good ones?
No, he only kidnapped the naughty ones.
But no, but then, because Santa gave all the presents to all the kids except for him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, it's hard to believe, but apparently it's real. Festival involving Krampus, including the Krampus Run. In this activity, which often involves alcohol, people dress as creature parade through streets, scaring spectators and sometimes chasing them. Beginning in the late 20th century, amid efforts to preserve cultural heritage, Krampus runs became increasingly popular in Austria and Germany.
Yeah, so during this time, Krampus began to be celebrated internationally, and the monster's growing appeal was evident in numerous horror films. So, like, we had multiple movies that were based off of him. So, some claim that the expanding popularity of Krampus was actually a reaction to the commercialization of Christmas.
Ooh, damn. This gives me goosebumps already. Have you guys seen any movie involving Krampus?
No, but I've seen a game of it. It looks really
It's a
scary.
game?
Yeah, it's like you try to hide from Krampus.
Oh.
Is it available on PC, phone?
Yeah, PC. Steam.
Only PC? Is it on Steam?
I'm not sure. We're not plugging out anything, okay?
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try and watch something about Krampus this year.
Mm.
Yeah.
It sounds interesting. This is the first time hearing about it
Yeah.
for me, and it's honestly crazy. It gives me chills.
Yeah, I do agree. It does give me a lot of chills.
Yeah, it does. Yo, sadly, our show has to come to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed, listening to us. Maybe not Kyung, but
They're probably not sad, bro. They're probably sick of your voice.
Yeah, but
I got a
anyway.
good voice, man. What do you mean?
Okay. Yeah, but anyways, we wish you all a jolly Christmas. I hope you all have fun during your holiday season. I hope you get to spend time with your friends, your family, go travel, do all that stuff.
Stay safe out there, man. Wear
Yeah.
your mask.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of COVID nowadays.
Uh-huh.
Yo, be
Drink
careful.
your eye.
Yes,
Shalom.
stay safe.
Shalom, yes.
Yeah, but thank you everyone for listening to this month's podcast. Do stay tuned for next month's podcast because it will come out in January, so be sure to look out for that.
Bye.
Bye!